Yes, guys, we are back in the building. I see some of you are here already. Sorry for the delay. I was just popping up the Arsenal Porto game, which we will have on the side. We'll discuss it. But as you can see from the thumbnail, from the title, there was a lot of breaking news for Liverpool. It's more behind the scenes things in terms of Michael Edwards, our new sporting director, but these are major consequential moments that will define our future, absolutely. And I personally think it's very positive, but that's something we can discuss today. I'm curious to hear what you guys think of Richard Hughes, what you think of Michael Edwards, what you think of the direction that we're heading towards, because remember, there's also the fact of FSG wanting to buy a second club. We're seeing a lot of owners wanting to do this, and Michael Edwards is actually going to be the CEO of not just Liverpool, but also all of our football operations. So that means FSG now have this outlook of trying to expand beyond just Liverpool Football Club, and for those to be associate clubs, kind of like we're seeing, with Man City and Girona and NYCFC, the Red Bull clubs with RB Leipzig, RB Salzburg, so we know these different variations, and that's something I'm curious to hear what you guys think, what your thoughts are. But like I said, we're going to be talking about that, and we can do a Q&A around that because, it's something I've been reading quite a bit about today because, like I said, it's major news for Liverpool Football Club in the direction that we're heading towards. But then also I was like, you know what? There's the Arsenal-Porto game happening, and I'm actually going to run a poll. It's early on in the building right now, but I want to run a poll to see what result you guys would rather have, because I think it's kind of a tough one for this Arsenal-Porto game, because it's kind of like either we want them to stay in the competition so that they have to continue to be distracted by the Champions League and play midweek, or do we want them to just be knocked out, because that could be a blow in their confidence. So that's something I'm curious to hear what you guys would rather tonight. Would you rather, again, Arsenal get knocked out or that they go through? That's a poll I'm going to run for you guys right now because I'm curious to hear. Okay. Yo, Viper X. Would you rather? I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say. You guys want them to be knocked out? But yeah, so Zach, nice to hear you. You said, personally, I'm happy he knows when to sell a player and when they won't perform like they used to. Don't forget, he persuaded Klopp to bring Salah in. Absolutely. And I saw reports from a reliable journalist too that apparently he wanted to let Hendo go earlier than expected, and Klopp is the one that wanted to keep him. And in hindsight, we look at our midfield this season, we look at our midfield revamp, and I'm sorry, players like Hendo are legends of the club, but it's true, if you want to compete against the likes of Manchester City, you have to have more quality in the midfield. I really do think that. And Michael Edwards has more of that, I think, killer's mentality of just being like, we have to win type of thing. Ramadan Kareem for everyone. I know a lot of you were fasting these past few days, so I hope all of you are holding up okay right now. Porto just had a free kick. Joseph has been a member for 2 months. Thank you, Joseph, for the support. You said, do you think we can win the title? You guys would have seen, I was at the City game, and I can tell you even though we didn't get the 3 points, it gave me more confidence that we're the real deal, because you looked at the team sheet beforehand and it wasn't our full strength Liverpool team, and we dominated City in the second half. And that's what's really making me believe that this team can go all the way and wherever we want to go. And I say that because in the past, I don't think we had the squad depth, or I don't think the players that, for example, if Trent would be out, if Ibu would be out, if, a lot of key players would be out, we would really feel it. And it feels like now, when that's been happening, it almost feels like Connor Bradley, not droppable. Look at the way Kwanzaa stepped up. All these players that aren't first teamers, Harvey Elliott, the way they just give absolutely everything and step up for this team, even on the highest stage which it is the highest stage when you think about it. You know, the fact that we played against City, you know, and the strongest possible City team. That's what made me believe, you know what, we can go all the way in every competition, truly, because that was going to be our toughest test till the end of the season. It was, you know. Much love, Atoba. We will miss Klopp, but I'm sure we'll have our future. We will love our future more with Michael Edwards and Hughes stepping in and potentially Xabi Alonso too. Exactly, you know, and it's just like this is where you have to give FSG's credit because, you know, I think they've gotten a lot of hate during their reign. And for example, during the moments of the Super Cup when that arose, I was so annoyed at FSG. I was super anti-FSG. But when you take a step back and you see the way they're running their club and even though maybe we haven't had the most resources, the way we have gone about it has been at an elite level, you know? So may that continue. Again, it's true that the biggest job they have now is how are they going to replace Klopp? That's going to be the hardest thing by far. It's way bigger than anything else. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see for sure. Tomislav is in the building. Nice to see you. Said, hey Leo, when is the second leg game versus Sparta Praha? It's going to be on Thursday. So I'm going to be doing a live stream for that. It's the second leg. And remember, we have a 4-goal advantage right now. So that's going to be massive for us. And I do think we're going to see a lot of changes. I think probably the only first teamers that we're going to see is potentially like Joe Gomez, potentially Kostas Tsimikas for sure. But like, I think it's going to be a completely changed 11 pretty much because a 4-goal advantage at Anfield, you never want to say we're through, but it's as solid of a lead as you could want. You know what I mean? Yo, Johnny's in the building. Nice to see you, brother. You said from a football head, Arsenal stay in the Champions League. Then it puts strain on the league for them. But I really can't listen to Arsenal fans going on any longer about being the best, etc. So get them out. Oof. Okay, let me see. Let me check what the poll result is right now. So right now, 123 of you have voted so far. And 57% are saying Porto win. So you see, it's quite close. It's quite close. 43% say Arsenal win. So let's see how that develops. Yo, Swedish LFC supporter, nice to see you in the building. You said, I have joined after eating. The food from mom was too good. What did she make? Also today, I had 2 tests that weigh the most on the grade. You'll never walk alone. Damn, Swedish LFC supporter. I hope they went well. And Zach says, Leo, will you be making a video about how Luis Diaz absolutely owned Rodri, Walker, and Bernardo Silva? So actually, there's a short that literally I just put out. If you want to check it out, Zach, I just put it out before going live. And it's... The title is literally my thoughts on Lucho's performance. So I literally shared my thoughts on how I thought he performed. But man, I could tell you being at Anfield, Lucho is such a joy to watch because he's one of those players that just gets you up from your feet. Woo, Bukayo Saka came close there to opening the score. Nah, Deli Ora hasn't joined the building yet. Pepe. Oh man, my voice is basically like I literally still have a sore throat because I like even way before the game I was on Anfield Road with a lot of Liverpool fans. I'm going to be making a video on that, on the scenes, because even just 2 hours before the game it was unbelievable. Like just I was so confident we were going to win, you know, and it's unlucky the way that it went down. But I was so confident we were going to win just seeing the scenes pre-match. And I was like, this is going to be one of those like iconic Anfield performances. You know what I mean? So, man, it was some game for sure. Michael, thank you so much for joining the community. And your profile picture is legendary. It's R9, but Darwin edition. I love it. I love it, Michael. Luka Sovic. Where are you from, by the way, Michael? Emirates is not Anfield. Nothing will ever be like Anfield. What I experienced was unbelievable. Luke Edits, nice to see you in the building. Zach says, also, I adore the fact of how much Endo was bossing the midfield that Pep had to sub off Kevin De Bruyne. Yeah, no, that was... The sub, though, that I will say I didn't like, but it must have been because he was out of steam. I don't know. But if you had seen my reaction when Klopp took Darwin off, and nothing against Cody Gakpo. I love Cody Gakpo, but when he got taken off, I was just like so disappointed. I wanted Darwin to stay on. He won the penalty. He's perfect for that type of game where there's a lot of energy. And I felt like I knew Cody Gakpo probably needed time to get into the game. So I remember feeling kind of gutted because it didn't feel like Gakpo brought so much off the bench, you know? And Darwin was really causing chaos. So yo, Jalapeno's in the building and you're gifting memberships again, Jalapeno. You absolute legend. Jalapeno has gifted 5 memberships to Luke Edits was gifted a membership, always in the building. Tomislav, who's always in the building as well, so that's really deserved. Mason Kowan was also gifted a membership. And Fest Giraffin was also gifted a membership, and rightly so, because I often see you in the building, Giraffe. And then last but not least, Mr. Hot Big Bacon 15 was also gifted a membership. So big up, guys. W in the chat for Jalapeno right now. The energy is there. Oh, you guys are saying Barca scored apparently 1-0. The thing is, I don't have... Oh, yes, you did. You got a membership. Wow, you guys want... Guys, W Jalapeno in the chat right now. I'm going to go check the Barca goal. I'm going to go onto the different channel. Let me check who scored. Is it Pedri? It's hard for me to see right now. Hold on. Number 32. Who's number 32 again? It's a youngster, no? Oh, it's Ferran Torres? It's Ferran Torres. Is it right? Did I see that right? Is he number 32? Oh no, it's Rafinha. It was so hard for me to see. Amazing stickers. Big up for Jalapeno right now, guys. W in the chat. Swedish LFC supporter says, I ate some meat from moose. Ooh, we hunt them in Sweden so they won't destroy some farmland with potato and the best sauce. And the test will go well. I only thought about the kung fu kick from Doku. You'll never walk alone. Oh, I love that. As a Liverpool fan, we're supposed to hate Barca, right? Now, it seems like everyone in the building was happy about Barca scoring. To be honest, I'm not too fussed about that game. I actually had the Arsenal game on. That's the one I'm watching because I'm just curious to see how Arsenal will fare in the Champions League. So honestly, that's the one I have more so opened up. I'm in love with these emojis. I know they're so awesome. And if we get more, I think last time I read it was something like 32 more. So maybe it's now only like 16 or 17 more members. But then it'll be possible to add more stickers. And that's what I already have some prepared of Connor Bradley and Kelleher. Man, Jalapeno is bringing that energy in the building already. We have 220 votes, and now I see a big chunk of you want Porto to win. 62% Porto to win, 39% Arsenal. You guys are saying 2-0 Barca already? Wait, I got to turn on that game. It sounds more exciting. Hold on. Who just scored? Is it Rafinha? It looks like it's Rafinha. He turned onto his right, and he hit the post. And then off the rebound is Joao Cancelo. Off the rebound. So Rafinha hit the post with his right foot, and then Rafinha got the rebound. 2-0 for Barca. Wow. So now, I think, what is it? A 3-1 aggregate scoreline, I think? Because they drew 1-1, I'm pretty sure, but in the first leg. Yeah, 3-1 for Barca. Wow. So that's a big advantage. Maybe I should keep the game going, because I see already they've won the ball back. Nah. Now they've lost it again. But damn. Mr. Hot Big Bacon. I love that username. 2-0 in 3 minutes. That's crazy. I'm still going to turn the Arsenal game back on, though. Just because they are a rival. So that's what I want to... That's what I'm more curious about. But Johnny's asking what I would say. Honestly, I don't care how... I don't think Arsenal will win the Champions League. So... I kind of want them to go as far as possible just because I do think it's a distraction for the Premier League. And the reason I say that is because they don't have that much Champions League experience. They don't have this group of players. I know under Arsene Wenger they would get it all the time, but this group of players don't have much Champions League experience. And therefore, I do think it's going to take over mentally if they keep going. And therefore, I think that can only help us in the title race. I mean, it's hard to say. You could also argue that it gives them more confidence and helps them. I don't know. It's a tough one. But yeah, I don't know, honestly. It's a tough one. It's really hard to say. Ooh, they came close there. Gabriel it was. Gabriel. Rihanna is asking, is social media full time? Almost, but I do still also work at a hotel from time to time, so it's almost full time, but not quite yet. I think just because life is becoming more and more expensive everywhere in the world, I think just the cost of living is crazy all over the world. Big up, Darwin Nunes. How are we? Hey, Kaden. Nice to see you in the building. Nice to see you in the building. User Gamer says, I want Porto to win since I've seen a Porto fan in London. Oh, okay. Casper Photography, that would be fun. I love to play Football Manager. I love to, although I stopped because it's so addictive. It's way too addictive. Yeah, look at it. It's from the City game. There's going to be some collabs coming out, short form with JSM, with James. So that's going to be coming. Can Jaden Dan start against Sparta? I think so. Foot slob. I think he's gonna start because I don't think he's injured anymore. And like we were saying before, this if there's ever a time to fully rest a squad, it's definitely on Thursday. We have a 4-goal advantage at Anfield. I mean, I just don't see them winning by 4 goals. Like, it just sounds very unlikely with the power of Anfield. And that way we could have a fully rested squad for Old Trafford before the international break. So personally, that's what I would do. I would go full on and then have a fully fresh squad for Old Trafford. Because man, the scenes if we could beat Porto close. The scenes if we could beat United at Old Trafford and get to the semi-finals of the FA Cup. I want to win that game so bad. You know what I mean? We have to prioritize that, I think. Big up Alex for always supporting the channel. You guys are asking Craig, will you do another collab with Craig? I would love to, but I think it's just a bit complicated because he has quite a few sponsors, and yeah, it's a little bit complicated, I think, to do collabs and stuff like that. But I'm hoping it's possible. What I would love to do is in real life. That would be so much fun to be able to do it in real life as well. Because, for example, for watch-alongs, it's quite hard because it means like the time has to be exact for both of us. So it's a bit more complicated to do watch-alongs across from different places. But like I said, if we could do something in real life, that would be so much fun. That would be so much fun. Yeah, they had one title race last season and they've been getting on like they've won the three times. There is no trophy for pushing shitty. We should know. Yeah. But to be fair, I think a lot of people are underestimating Arsenal this season. I think they have looked a stronger side than last season. I definitely think so. But Johnny, unfortunately, getting sponsors is really hard. Like, you see, like right now, for example, it's amazing, and I'm so grateful. There's 75 of us in the building right now. But like, if you want sponsors, like you see at Enfield Agenda right now, it's unbelievable. Like Craig will have like 1,000 people watching whenever he does lives, even when it's not watch-alongs and stuff like that. So that's the thing. it takes time to get there, you know. And Craig like literally does live streams every single day, sometimes 2 3 a day. It's unbelievable, like the consistency. Like I don't think we realize how much effort he puts in and his team, you know, because he's not doing it alone. But yeah, it takes a lot to get to those places, you know. Thank you, Darkness. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, I agree. Although to be fair, the friends that I have that are Arsenal fans are so nice that it's less of a like I don't know. For me, I don't see them as annoying just because it's only the few Arsenal fans I speak to, and they're really sweet. So isn't the FA Cup final at Old Trafford? Where is the FA Cup final? Isn't it just at Wembley? It should always be at Wembley. Yeah, it's at Wembley. But our quarterfinal on Sunday is going to be Old Trafford. Absolutely. Yo, A Duck, nice to see you in the building. You said my first game of the season is Saturday, so hopefully I can play like my GOAT Trent. I'm also going to wear the 66. I love it. I'm going to set the chat wild in a second, Alex. What do I think about AFTV? It's tough because I think like if you want to do fan channels like that, there's a part of you that has to kind of get controversial figures on there just for numbers. Like it's a business at the end of the day too. And but I do think from everything I've heard, because I've met a lot of people in the content space that know Robbie, who's the creator of AFTV, and they only have my voice. I still have lost my voice, as you could hear from the City game. But yeah, what I was saying is Robbie, they only have nice things to say about Robbie, and he really creates a lot of opportunities for a lot of people. So like again, it's hard to say AFTV because there's a lot of people involved, but the people themselves and the creator of it, who is Robbie, apparently he's a really great guy. So that's, I feel like, the most important thing, you know? Jalapeno the GOAT in the chat. Tommy Slap says, I love this club because my heart is located in Anfield. You'll never walk alone. Also, I want to thank you for being my GOAT content creator. So thanks, Leo. Big up to you, Tommy Slav. Thank you so much for supporting the channel always. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Lee, for the support. And Alex for becoming a channel legend. I mean, I just said it, but you're an absolute legend, guys. W in the chat for Alex right now. W in the chat for Alex. Always supporting the channel as well. Bringing that energy in the building. Damn, this Arsenal game I thought was going to be a bit more open, I got to say. I don't feel like there's been that many crazy chances so far. Way. W in the chat right now from Pirtna. Welcome, Alex, to the... Woo! We got Rian, who also became a member. Let's go to the community support. Big up, Rian. Guys, we got legends in the building right now. I just want W's in the chat right now. W's in the chat. Absolute legends. You guys supporting the channel? This is how we're going to see more live streams. The more you guys support the channel, the more I'm going to be able to make the time for it, you know? I'm going to show you guys this recent kit that I got, which I think is beautiful. And an inspiration. Actually, wait, I want to show you guys something I got from being in Liverpool this weekend. I want to hear your thoughts because I think it looks so sick. I know, Werewolf, it's a special time to be a Liverpool fan right now. W's in the chat. This is what I like to see. W's in the chat. Guys, I wanted to show you this because it's something I got from the Liverpool game. Big up, Alex, for the support. I saw you supporting too when we did an in real life stream too. But yeah, look. Are you able to see this? Yeah, I think you're able to see. This camera's quite good for focusing. Look how sick this is. It's like a hologram inside, which is to celebrate our Carabao Cup victory, which was such a memorable day when we beat Chelsea. This was a recent one. And look, it's just like this. It's just like a hologram. It's so sick. Look. To celebrate the 1-0 against Chelsea. And I put it in the background with Johan Cruyff. Right there. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to show you guys this kit that I got recently, which I just love. And in the Euros, if France is knocked out, I think I might be supporting Holland too, because Virgil is the captain of Holland, you know. And also with the fact that Gakpo plays for Holland too, you know. So we got our players too. It's this one. It's a classic football shirt. Look at that. I know it's quite simple, but I just love it. Rian, big up to you for the support. W's in the chat right now. Oh, you guys are saying 2-1? I'm gonna pop open the Barca game. Wow, maybe I should just be watching the Barca game, you guys. Let's have a look. It's a cross. Oh, okay, wow. Well finished off. Who is it that scored? This just shows how much I don't follow Napoli. Couldn't even read. Yeah, I like memes. I've done one collab with Craig from Midfield Agenda. It's Amir Rahamani. Damn, that's not an easy one to say. Gravenberg 2, exactly, Divine. No way, Darwizzy. No way. You know what? I'm going to put it on. Just because it's less the type that I would wear on stream. I mean, that I would wear in a video. So I would wear it, though, again, to support Virgil, Gakpo, and Gravenberg at the Euros. Look at that. And then in the back, we got this absolute legend. Look at that. It goes well with the shirt. Darwin Nunes support in the building right now. That's what I like to see. Thank you, Lee. Big up to you. Thank you for the support. See, Helpful Viper's in the building, and Helpful Viper also says, I want Arsenal to win so they become fatigued. And I think more than anything, it's probably mental fatigue. That's one of the hardest parts of the game that I don't think we quite understand. Marco Van Basten vibe. Ooh, yes. Bertna says Leo, Darwin, or Salah. Why are you asking me to compare Liverpool players? Come on, but I don't think you can even compare them. Like, Salah's legacy is so high at Liverpool that, you know, Darwin hasn't achieved crazy things at the club just yet because he's arrived recently, you know what I mean? And Salah truly has achieved legendary things at the club. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think you can compare them. Trent Boy says, Leo, I went to Naples last summer and it was beautiful. I got an Osimhen's shirt, and this was when they won the league, so there were decorations everywhere. It was amazing, especially the food. Yeah, I've been to Naples too, but it was many years ago when they weren't good at all. So I think because it's a city that lives, breathes, dies football pretty much. I think like it was a little bit down because I think they were having a very bad season that year or something. Ooh, Barca are looking up well. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna put the Arsenal game back on. What's the time in France? Right now it's 9:30 p.m. Mason says, Leo, would you take Mbappe, Haaland, or Vinny Jr. in this Liverpool team? That's a tough one, but I think I would have to go for Mbappe just because he is insane. And at Liverpool, I think he would have to learn just to have more discipline, and he would. You know what I mean? Just because he'd have to. Mark says, Leo, if you're asked to prioritize among the remaining cups, what would be your priority order? It would be one, obviously, the Premier League. If you ask me, Leo, we would lose the Europa League, lose the FA Cup in the next rounds, but we win the Premier League. I would take that in a heartbeat, just like that. I would snap it off you. That's how much I want to win the Premier League. So Premier League, like up here, and then for me, it's like Europa League and then FA Cup. They come pretty close, Europa League and FA Cup, but Premier League is like way, way, way above. That's just how I feel. But let me know if you feel the same. Tomislav, and I heard Swedish LFC supporter talking about Saarbrücken, a third-tier German side. I did hear about it from Fiago earlier today. A third-tier German side that knocked out Bayern and Frankfurt in the Pokal, and now they're playing 1-1 against Borussia Mönchengladbach. That's a very good result that they have right now then. Let's keep a tab. Yeah, I see this is the game, right? I see that it's 1-1, yeah. I think Alonso's Leverkusen are likely going to win that competition though, to be fair. Yeah, Mr. Hot Big Bacon, I do live in France. Leo, who do you think Liverpool will go for in the transfer window? So Yassine, it'll definitely depend on the manager that we appoint, just because the different style of plays mean that you need a different style of player sometimes. Just because of ability, certain players have certain strengths. But I do think the two positions that we'll probably prioritize are a defender first off, a left-sided center back, I would think, and then also a midfielder, just because Thiago is going to be leaving in the summer. And then I said defender because Joel Matip will be also leaving. But like I said, I think for a defender, we do have depth now at center back. That's the crazy thing. Sepp Vandenberg is coming back. That's one. We have Joe Gomez who can play center back. We have Kwanzaa who's been superb. We have Ibu Konate and we have Virgil. That's five really good options. And I've heard from people that watch the Bundesliga that Sepp Vandenberg has been fantastic for Mainz. So that's a lot of options. But how many of them can play left center back? That's the thing. That's why I think what we could likely see is, somebody who plays left center back. If we sign someone, because Joel Matip is leaving and he was on quite high wages, so that would open up some space. And then a midfielder. I don't know what type of midfielder. Probably more defensive minded, because now we do have more offensive midfielders in Maka, Soboslai, Gravenberg, Harvey Elliott, Curtis, all of them. So yeah, I feel like it would be definitely a midfielder again, because Thiago is leaving and he's on really high wages, so it's going to open up some space. That's the thing though, defensive mid, you guys, I heard a lot of people on Twitter say too, because I asked this question today, what positions do we need? The only thing with defensive mid is like, I feel like Endo still has 2-3 years left in him when you see his energy on the pitch. And when you talk about a backup and someone for the future, Stefan Bajcetic, if he can stay injury free after this long injury he's had, I personally rate him so highly. Like he's like actually the one in the academy for me that I think has the highest ceiling. And I know that's probably controversial, I guess you could say, just because we do have Ben Doak, we have Harvey Elliott, we have Curtis Jones. I mean, I guess Curtis Jones now is a bit of an older player, but for me, Stefan Bajcetic is the one that, when I've seen him on the pitch, I've just been like, wow, this guy can become a superstar. That's how much quality I see in his play. And I saw, when he was our best midfielder during that crisis last season, I was just like, wow, this kid is special. So that's what makes me think, do we really need a defensive mid? I think it'll all depend on Stefan Bajcetic is development and if he can stay injury free, because if he can, then it's perfect. Think about it. Endo probably still has 2-3 years, awesome years of him left. And then after that, Bajetic will be older. He'll have more experience, more games in him. Maybe he could step up then, So we'll have to kind of see. It's way too early to tell. But the thing is, I do want Stefan Bajetic to get a lot of playing time, just because I rate him so highly. So it's one that we're going to have to see about. We're going to have to see what happens. Aaron, it really seems like Barca are going to be winning this one. It really feels like it. You want some chocolate? This season, they're never losing. That's good, Tomislav. Oh, apparently Arsenal have scored. Let me see. I'm slightly behind. So I see Odegaard plays it to the left to Trossard. Odegaard gets it back. He plays it to Trossard in the box, and Trossard has scored 1-0 for Arsenal. 1-0, which means it's 1-1 on aggregate now. Trossard goes like this after scoring. He played a 1-2 with Martin Odegaard. So you guys are not happy? 1-0. That means it's tied on aggregate right now. Damn. Ooh, look at it. It's good luck. To be fair, that goal was all Odegaard. A lot of it was Odegaard. Look at that 1-2 that he played there. He's been a special player this season. Odegaard has been a special player this season. Hassan says, imagine the final is Liverpool against Leverkusen in the Europa League. That would be special. That would be so special. I think it's the most likely. If we don't face them before the final, then I think the most likely is us against them in the final, because I definitely see them as the biggest threat in the competition and the best team left in the competition based off of what we've seen this season. That's crazy. Swedish LFC supporter. Imagine they get to the semi-final, right? It would be the semi-final. It's still 1-1. Yeah, they would be getting to the semi-final and they would face a team in the second division. That's crazy. That's one, guys. I really want to do a watch along for the Arsenal City game after the international break. That's going to be a massive one. That's going to be a title deciding one. So, yeah, we're going to have to see how that goes. As Alex is saying, I'm kind of happy Arsenal are going far in the UCL since that puts pressure on them for the Premier League. But it's also bad for when they play City. They can win against them 2 or 3-0. Nah, I don't. It's going to be tough. City away is tough. We know how tough it is. So I don't think it's going to be easy in any way. Look at that goal from Trossard. Yeah, exactly. Swedish supporter. I just wasn't saying the name because that sounds too difficult for me as a non-German speaker. Curtis is going to be back soon. That's going to be a huge boost to the squad as well. After the international break, there's a chance we see Trent back. We see Curtis back. It's going to be a huge boost to the team. Huge. And a fully fit Salah, because he's not going away with Egypt. That's another one that's really good news for us. Trend Boy says, "Oh, I like this question, Trend Boy. I want to hear your thoughts, guys." So basically, Trend Boy is saying, "Who do you think the top three play top? Who do you think the most important players are from the top three English clubs for City, Arsenal, and Liverpool?" And you went for City, Rodri. I agree with that. I would say City, Rodri as well. You see their record without Rodri and with Rodri, and I think it's pretty clear to see. Then you said Arsenal, Odegaard, so their captain. And I think I would probably agree. Because when Arsenal is at their best, it feels like it's Odegaard at his best. He can dictate the tempo. That's the thing. If when he's not consistent, I feel like Arsenal aren't so consistent. But at the same time, I feel like Saliba is another one that might be their most important just because of that defensive record. But I think I would agree with you, Odegaard. I think I would. And then for Liverpool, 100% Virgil van Dijk. I would say that too. I love you, Salah. I love you, Salah, but you saw that period when we were without Salah, we were still getting results. So I think with the firepower we have and now the quality for midfield, I think we can still find goals. But you take Virgil out of our side and the leadership, the gap that would be left, I think he's our most important player. No doubt. I actually could argue that day and night that he's our most important. Because look, literally at the weekend, you could argue that the back five, so that's including the goalkeeper, four outside of Virgil, were all technically our backup players. Kelleher was in goal, usually it's Alisson. Connor Bradley was at right back, usually it's Trent. Kwanzaa was at right centre back, usually it's Ibu Konate. And Gomez was a left back, usually it's Andy Robertson. I know they've stepped up, so maybe they deserve to keep their spot. But what I mean is, that's against a full-strength City team. And who was leading that back line, who was organizing, who was captain, all of that? Virgil. So for me, there's just no doubt for the Liverpool side of things, and for City too. I think it's Rodri without a doubt. But for Arsenal, for me, it's like really hard to pick between Odegaard or Saliba as their most important player. I think it's really tight between the two. Yeah, look at it. It might be Saliba for them. It's hard to say. Yeah, I know, Mark. I'm definitely going to be doing a watch along for the Chelsea Arsenal game if I can, because that would be huge. Yeah, maybe Saliba for Arsenal. Yeah, it seems like you guys are more so going for that. That's interesting. Nah, I think for Arsenal, I wouldn't say Rice. I wouldn't say Declan Rice. Hot bacon. My favorite video game to play is Football Manager. Ever since I started playing, I was so addicted, and that's why I haven't played now in years because I know how addicted I'll get if I just start again. But that's how much I love that game. I could just play for hours and hours. It's dangerous. Oh, Jacob says my son was born the day the Klopp news came out. Sad that he won't get to see the Klopp era. Wow, but Jacob, you're gonna be telling him all throughout his upbringing what Klopp meant. So I'm sure he's gonna know all about Klopp. No doubt about that. Yes, I like memes. If Liverpool make it to the Europa League final, I will be in Dublin. Absolutely. Yeah, Aaron, definitely Xabi Alonso is the one I want, and I think all of us want as the number one option to success, to be Klopp's successor. Oh yeah, Trent Boy, 100%. Jurgen Klopp by far. But if we had to pick a player, you know what I mean? It would be Virgil. I think no doubt about it. Okay, it's halftime in the Arsenal game already. Whoa, that went by fast. That went by really fast. But Yeah, the Napoli game is also honestly these games are much better than the ones last week because both of these games at halftime we still don't know who's gonna go through. The Barca game they're only leading by 1 goal aggregate, and then the Arsenal one it's 1-1 on aggregate right now. So they're both open games still. Yo, Mason's in the building. Nice to see you. I was just seeing some some thoughts on Twitter about how Arsenal performed, and I'm seeing a lot of people think that they deserve to go through after that first half performance at least. You want some chocolate? Leo, who's winning the Champions League? Unfortunately, looking at the Champions League this season, the only two teams I really see winning it are Man City and Real Madrid. So either way, it's going to be painful for us. So one of the two. Fields. How do you say the name? Fitzy says, Leo, do you reckon the league will come down to 1 or 2 points? It looks like it. It seriously looks like it. Do you have a Virgil shirt on? Nah, but because I got to represent not only Virgil, but also Cody Gakpo and our boy Gravenberg, former Liverpool legend, Genie Wijnaldum. Loads of Liverpool players to represent in that squad. Oh, yeah, Trent Boy, you want to join the Zuzu League? Here, I'll leave it. Okay, let me just get the link. I'm going to send the league link. Hold on. This is for you, Trump boy, because you're always supporting the channel no matter what. How was the atmosphere at Anfield on Sunday? Mason. Mon gars, c'était la folie. C'était complètement dingue. Like, the atmosphere was just, like, you could absolutely understand how the City players couldn't play their game, especially the second half, because anytime City players got on the ball, the whistle was just, the way we would boo and whistle was so loud, like so loud. And then, man, the eruption when Maka scored, the eruption whenever like Lucho would get on the ball and try some dribbles, like it was just like, wow, it felt like a special European night. That's how incredible the atmosphere was, and we came so close to winning. It's painful when you think back as to how close we were to winning, you know? Norwich News, nice to see a Norwich fan in the building, is asking if you could bring any player past or present. Do you mean Norwich News that has played for Liverpool? Any past or present? Or are you saying just in general in all of the world of football? Because if it could be any Liverpool player that I watched in my lifetime, man, if we had if we had Luis Suarez in his prime in this team, I think we would win the league. I just don't see with how good we look defensively now with Endo in the team, and you're telling me that there's Salah, you're telling me there's Darwin and Suarez up there. Good luck to any team, any team. Oh yeah, no, Mason, we have to have that atmosphere. We have to do it for Klopp. Like this really does mean more, and to be able to win the league. I said it earlier in the stream. I don't think you were here, but I would absolutely be knocked out of the FA Cup and Europa League this week if you told me we won the Premier League. I think that's the one we all want, and so we literally have 10 finals left, and it feels like, given the state of this crazy title race right now, it feels like we need to win all 10 games. That's how crazy the Premier League is. It's insane. Yes, Trump boy, nice to see you that you joined. Let's see how many of us are in the building for the Zuzu League. I'm actually, you know what? I want to see something I've been wanting to test, and you know what? I'll just test it with you guys live here. I want to see if it's possible to put your phone on the stream. I want to try something. No, not this. What am I doing? What did I want to do? Oh, yeah, I'm going to try to video capture device, add a new source, and then here, no, not the camera. No, not quite. Go on, Tomislav. Because guys, I wanted to do a predictions with you guys in the league. I wanted to see if it was possible because right now there's 400 of us in the league, so I'd probably play one of you in a battle. That's what I want to try to see. Big up Alex, LFC supporter. You'll never walk alone. I love it. Yeah, Trent Boy. That's why I want to see if I can battle some one of you live on the chat. So let me see. Norwich fan, do I think you're gonna go up? Let me see how you're doing in the league right now. Norwich, you're within playoff spot. You're within a playoff spot. The thing I'm worried for you is you're up against Fabio Carvalho and Tyler Morton. That's gonna be tough. But do you think you're gonna come back up? Do screen mirror. I know that's what I want to try to do, but oh, you're waiting for an opponent, Tremboy? Let me see. I'm trying to see how I can. Guys, for anyone that's used Streamlabs, I want to know if you can window capture. I'm trying to see how to pull that up. Nope, that's definitely not the right one. Sorry about that. Filip Markovic, nice to see you. Nice to see you in the building. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how I'd be able to get. No, definitely not this. Again, it's bugging. Philippe says, I think Arsenal should totally win tonight so they can spend more energy at the end of the season with the Champions League. I think that's a good point. But to be fair, we're also going to be playing on Thursday night, so that's not ideal for us either. Not ideal for us. I'm now against Fahid. Okay, I'm going to do a. I want to figure out how can I get. Sure. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to see. Yeah, that's a good point. Let me try to plug. Hold on. Damn, I feel like I have a bit of a cold. I feel like I have a bit of a cold. Let me see if that. So, someone suggested to plug the phone into the computer, but I'm not sure how that would. I like Streamlabs. Honestly, is really easy to use. It's just now I'm trying to see how I could. How I could try to share the screen, guys. If any of you have how I'd be able to share the screen of the compute on of the phone, so that we can do a battle lifetime together. This would be so good to know for the future too. So good to know for the future how to do it. Oh no, it actually seems like it's quite complicated. I thought it was gonna be easy, you guys. I'm sorry, but it actually seems like it's quite complicated now that I'm reading about it. Nope, not this. No, Shades, it's just basically I wanted to do a battle against one of you guys, live time, on kickoff in the league that we're in. But I don't see you. Xades, it was basically to be able to battle against you guys, and I wanted to show you what the prediction battle is like. But I guess it's not that simple from what I looked on. So I'm going to try to battle against you guys and hear what your predictions are for certain games, because it's basically the football games of the week. That's what it's going to be. Trent Boy's done his first battle as well. Sarah, the result in the Arsenal Porto game right now, it's 1-0 for Arsenal, so 1-1 on aggregate. Trend Boy, I may be up against you because I'm searching for a battle right now. I'm searching for a battle. You see that? Yo, ZK's in the building. Nice to see you. Okay, look, I'm against FM. You'll Never Walk Alone. Is that any of you guys? Look, FM, You'll Never Walk Alone has a much better record than me. 11 wins, 6 draws, 9 losses. So fair play. I'm going to pull up the Arsenal game on the side too. Yeah, Swedish LFC supporter, if you want, I can actually pin the league. Because then maybe we'll face against each other. Hold on. Let me pin it. Yo, Philippe! Guys, I'm going to pin the... Guys, I'm going to pin the league so that for those of you that aren't in the league yet, you can join. Because right now I'm going to be battling against some of you guys. Philippe, let's see. I see that you've banned the Real Madrid game against Osasuna. I'm going to ban a game from Serie A. Robinho, it's 1-0 for Arsenal right now. 1-0 for Arsenal. Let's see. Oh, nice, Alex. Xades, you can click the link. You can click the link that I just pinned right now, and basically you have to predict games, and you'll battle against someone from the community. And right now I'm battling against Philippe. Madrid pool so far, Arsenal have been the better side, it seems. Nice, Big Bacon. All right, I'm going to predict the Fulham-Tottenham game. I'm going to predict a draw. Oh, a Porto player just tried a bicycle kick. Damn. That stop motion guy thinks that Porto is going to win. I think it's going to be Arsenal just because of that home advantage. But let's see. I might be wrong. Okay, then the next game is Villa. No, I'm going to do Burnley against Brentford. I'm going to go for a Brentford win. Azus, our sporting director, before was Georges Matke, and he's leaving because he was only going to be a short-term option anyways. And the one that's coming in is Richard Hughes, who's the current sporting director at Bournemouth. But he's going to be joining us in the summer alongside Michael Edwards. So that's major changes that we're seeing happening behind the scenes. Okay, so now I'm gonna no, actually I don't want to ban this match. I'm gonna ban the Nantes match. Big up Mo Edits. No, Tremboy, you don't know what the result is just yet, Tremboy, because basically it's based on how the results go during the week. All these games are happening during this week, so you won't know till the end of the week how you do, basically. It's all predictions. Matthew, it's called Kickoff by Zuzu. I pinned the link. Pin the link so you can play. Okay, next I'm gonna predict the Villarreal Marseille game. I'm gonna predict Villarreal because they're at home. I'm gonna predict them to win. That stop motion guy, I play five aside, so it's not like a team, but I'll play every Saturday morning and whenever I can play. But the players change, so it's not like a dedicated team. Because I'm also moving to a new city soon, so it's not like I could do that. You know what I mean? Yeah, Philippe. Nah, I have a lot of there's a lot of ones, Philippe, where I think I might lose against you. Honestly, that and you have the last pick right now. I see that you have the last pick, Philippe. What about you, that stop motion guy? Do you play? Do you play on a team? All right, there's our final picks. Good luck for the win too, Philippe. Tom, I definitely see Man City as more of a threat for the league, just because of their experience. And a lot of those players have done it. I mean, they just recently did it so many years in a row, and that type of experience is not, is something that you need to live, and Arsenal haven't. And so I think that's a massive advantage when the pressure is going to rise and rise, like we saw last season. How difficult that is, you know what I mean? Thank you, Blockade. I appreciate that. But yeah, you guys, I'm gonna go. Oh, nice Tremboy. Big up to you, Musa. But yeah, guys, I'm actually not feeling so well. I'm gonna go make some tea. But but guys, this was gonna be kind of a shorter-ish stream because I wanted to see how all of you guys were doing, and I only just got back from Liverpool recently, so I just wanted to check in on you guys. But there's gonna be another stream on Thursday night, and that's gonna be the Sparta one, and it's going to be such an interesting one. It's going to be a watch along again, but it's going to be an interesting one because, like I said, I think we're going to make a lot of changes given that we're pretty much through the that round with a 4 goal advantage. But it'll be awesome to see the kids and yeah, to see the type of rotation that we make ahead of the big one on Sunday, quarterfinal of the FA Cup at Old Trafford, which is going to be crazy. But yeah, you guys, I hope you have an amazing rest of your night, that you enjoy the Champions League. It seems like it's very mixed opinions on whether we want Arsenal to go through or not tonight. But like we see with this poll, what is it? Over 800 of you have voted so far, and 62% say a Porto win. So it seems like you guys do want Porto to beat Arsenal tonight. I have such mixed feelings that honestly, I'd be happy either way, I guess. But because yeah, we have other priorities. Um, Yes, Adon, I hope you're doing well. I want to know how you're doing. I didn't know you were in the building, my guy. I didn't know you were in the building, but you see my nose keeps running, and my throat is also just, yeah. but it's nothing bad. You know what I mean? It's just like a cold type thing. But yeah, like I said, I hope you guys are all doing well, and I'll see you 100% on Thursday night, no doubt about it, for the next Liverpool game. And yeah, you'll never walk alone. See you all very soon.